Huh?
So I've gone down the Wizarding World rabbit hole now. Like
Oh no, yes.
I'm this is so much fun. Like I'm barely even started and I'm loving this.
Good, I'm happy.
This is fun. So I clicked that link that you gave me and then I'm in the Wizarding World and I set up an account and then I did all these questions and now I know my house. And then now I'm doing the
Yeah,
portrait maker. It's like a whole thing.
yes, yes. Okay, have you done your Patronus?
No, I don't even know what that is. What is that?
That's you're not a Harry Potter nerd?
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I've seen the movies. I haven't read any of the books.
Okay, so expect Patronus is well, he does to ward off the the Dementors.
Okay.
He does it in the one hallway. What's going on? Um, when they're in the classroom or the hidden classroom, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Or they're all doing like the blue spell that has like it's an animal.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, I guess it's been a while.
You should really read the books. They're so good. They're
I
so good.
should.
Okay, so your patron. Let me look on mine. Let me see if it has a. Um, what does your Patronus say about you? Discover your Patronus and find what it could possibly mean. Um,
Oh, do we need an intro? We're just like, what are we
okay,
doing? What's happening today?
well, welcome to the Two Victorious podcast. Today we're in full fall mode and we are going to be doing our Harry Potter house and Patronus reveal. So, in my understanding, at least from my personal understanding of Harry Potter and the house you get put into is like where you're going to align with people with like-minded ideas and like
Mhm.
it says something about you, right? Like the being a Gryffindor means you're courageous and being a Slytherin means you're like selfish or stuff like that. And then
Well,
maybe I'll get
what
like a
about the
little
other
bit.
ones? What, give us a little.
Ravenclaw is like intuitive and like very they like book learning and like Hermione would have been a great Ravenclaw, but she's like also too like she's also like too um not I don't know how to explain it. She has like too much of like the willingness to do things for others. Like she's too altruistic, stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. And then there's
So
Hufflepuff, right?
yes, Hufflepuff is like the sweet cottage core, like they're gonna bake and they're gonna be into herbology and they're gonna just have like um just like just cute little little Hufflepuffs. They're just the
It's
cutest.
just
Okay, so what are the
Hufflepuff.
qualities of each house for so let's get like what the site says.
Okay.
Gryffindor, bravery, helping others, and chivalry.
Chivalry,
Thank you. That's that word.
that word. Hmm.
Um, then there's Hufflepuff, which is hardworking, patient, loyalty, and fair play. Okay.
Okay.
Ravenclaw, intelligence, knowledge, planning ahead, and wit. Slytherin is ambitious, cunning, heritage, and resourcefulness. So
Okay.
those are like the categories. And if you fall into one of those categories, then um, that's what's gonna come about. That's the house you're gonna be sat in. Is you're just gonna be with a bunch of like-minded people.
And you've done all this like I don't know, like forever ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So today is
Well,
my
I did
first
it
time doing all
recently.
this.
So I've done it forever ago, right? Like I did it
Yeah.
like back in high school. And then I was a Ravenclaw for the longest. And then I mentioned in our one of our last podcasts is that as an adult, I've now become a Gryffindor, which is really interesting.
Okay.
Because think about it too, like you're only in this house during high school. So we're taking this
Oh.
test like as adults. So that also kind of changes things
Oh,
I've
I didn't even
noticed.
think of that.
Yeah. And
Oh.
so, your Patronus is the next test I'm going to have you do is offer regards as your protector. The stag Patronus is Harry's, right? It might indicate that he's looking to others, as well as shining as a leadership role. Just like Harry, you'd feel safe and proud as a guardian. As your Patronus, a wood moose, or a wood mouse. If you have a mouse, the Patronus is here to reassure you that you might be small, but they are mighty. You know, it's like the animal kind of represents something in you,
Gotcha.
in a way. And then when you do the test, it's going to tell you what your Patronus means, kind of like the personality test we took.
Okay.
And I have a whole list of the top 20 most common Patronuses, stuff like that. Let me go back.
This is fun.
I got Gryffindor, and it says you probably know that some Gryffindors are most renowned members of, are the most renowned members, like Albus Dumbledore and Harry Potter and Ron and Hermione, the major characters of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the sword of Gryffindor, like he was like the quote unquote leader, stuff like that. Yeah, your nerve and chivalry set Gryffindor apart. Like we're daring, we're willing to take risks, we're willing to put our lives on the lines to maybe protect others, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really weird because for the longest time I was like, there's no way I'm Gryffindor. There's just like no way. And then now it just makes total sense. I
Makes
guess.
total sense. Well,
Yeah,
so I did mine. Like I went to the link that you sent me and like set up my account and like it asked me all these questions to choose my house, and which was like interesting, the questions there. So I'm a Ravenclaw. And then so I'm like looking at this screen and like it says fellow Ravenclaws. Guess who the first one is? Luna Lovegood.
Yeah.
Which matches perfectly with what was that, the Enneagram test.
Yes, your Enneagram, yes.
So funny.
Because you're self-aware, like you're aware of yourself, you're okay with yourself, you're like a book nerd, but like in a good way, you know what I mean? You're like proud of who you are, but you're also very altruistic. Like you are willing to do things for others, especially if it comes from like an intelligence or like helping other people way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is
That's
fun.
you're Raven. For sure.
So most of my Harry Potter knowledge comes from like I've seen the movies, but I haven't read the books. And then so that's one side of it. And then the other side, believe it or not, is from another book series.
Oh,
because like
that talks about Harry Potter?
Yes, because Ashley.
Interesting.
So the like the whole world that hang on. Hello. Okay, so my other knowledge with Harry Potter is another book series. So the world from Becca and Krista Ritchie. It's like twin sisters who have they're writing partners, and they've like you remember the other day I told you about like this one book that it was like, I don't know, book like 20 something in the series at that point. And like I cried in the first chapter, that series. So like they drop like, Harry Potter things like all the time in there. Like like one of the moms like, oh, she's a Hufflepuff, and it's like, darn Ravenclaw, and like it's so funny. So they drop that all the time. It's so fun. And they talk about it on their podcast too. So
I love that.
It's funny. Love it. So that's my other side of the knowledge. So that's where I'm pulling from. Stop it, Ashley. Go away. Gosh. Dog. Okay, so Patronus.
Your puppies are making puppies. Yeah, take your Patronus quiz.
Come here. You.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, there's a video.
Yeah, see on the Gryffindor, they value bravery, daring, nerve, chivalry. The animal is a lion. Resembles gemstones and rubies. The colors were scarlet and gold. Minerva McGonagall. She's one of the teachers that turns into the cat. She's the head of Gryffindor. And nearly headless Nick is the ghost that represents their house, and that's a big part in the book. The founder of the house is Godric Gryffindor. The element that we represent is fire, which is interesting.
Fire.
The common room is yeah, that's interesting, right? The
Yeah.
common room is located in the highest tower of Hogwarts. Um, the seventh floor on the east wing of the that's okay. She's permitted to end da, 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 da. Yeah. And then Ravenclaw, intelligence, knowledge, curiosity, creativity, and wit. It's the animal is an eagle. That's very cool. Its gemstone is sapphire. The colors are blue and bronze. Your house was Phileas Flitwick, and your ghost is Lady Grey, who was the daughter of Renona Ravenclaw, which was like I think the wife of Flitwick. Um, your element is air. That's kind of cool. Located in the other tower. Blah 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 blah. Luna Lovegood. Yeah, very very cool.
I got my Patronus.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You got your
I
Patronus?
did. I got
Yay!
it.
That's exciting. Okay, so this is more like this to me is a little more so I'll tell you about mine first. So there's a lot of common ones in Patronuses. So let me get to the page that I wanted to get to. I already did the quiz. I want to go here. So the most populars are like dolphins, cat, foxes, a Saint Bernard, a hedgehog, those kinds of things.
Uh-huh.
But there's some rarities. There's a unicorn, snowy owl, stag, a wood mouse, albatross, stuff like that. Mine is unusual.
Oh.
I got an unusual one. It's a buffalo.
A buffalo.
Yes, yes, and I'll read you the description. So,
Okay.
few possesses just the right strength and character of their Patronus to take the form of a buffalo. Those that are dedicated individuals who are fiercely protective for those that are close to them and not in a general way either. Anyone foolish enough to attempt to harm another under a care of a buffalo is unlikely to come out unscratched. They are fighters and not uncommon for a buffalo to have their own personal code, way of acting, which is a normal morality simply doesn't apply, which can be dangerous, even though it can be dangerous even for them.
Yeah.
When it all is well, they're placid, 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 placid,
Placid.
and often outgoing. Strong personalities who like having fun with those that they bond to. However, going too long without contact with friends or family can lead the buffalo feeling anxious and sad. They will have unusually be the best when they're sharing their time with others. They are steadfast friends and enjoy being helpful and lending a hand in a complete task or just making someone feel better. The buffalo is full of many feelings and strong stature of them showing through the personality in a way. They try to appear stoic and often backfires on them. So they wear their hearts on their sleeves. They're very passionate about everything that they do and headstrong. They make sure that their opinions are known and that if there are any concerns, because they want to show that they are not weak. That is, oh my God. That is like the same thing that's come up in all like 7 of the tests we've taken. I do not like looking weak. They feel through that they feel as though their emotions and lack of control over it does away give them weakness and angers them greatly. They have a strong temper and they are easy to lose.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
And that was based off of like what, maybe 5 questions?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was so quick, right? It's like how you answered, how quick you answered.
Oh yeah. And I was like, it's
so
like, it's
weird.
time. Just go with it.
Yeah, just do whatever makes. Yeah, it's so weird.
So mine is a basset hound.
A basset hound?
Basset hound.
Oh, that's also kind of rare.
That's cool. Now, but like, where do I find out all that stuff that you just read?
Okay, so I'm on a different website.
Oh, okay.
So the basset hound is number 6 on this list.
Oh.
Oh, that's because it's alphabetical.
Oh. So
Um,
on the Wizarding World website, when it goes to this one place, what is your trying to say about you?
yeah. Yeah.
The top 20, is that what? Yeah. The top 20, it's number 8 out of the top
Oh,
20.
no. Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not that rare, but it is. I've never heard anyone being a basset hound.
Well, I'm a basset hound.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so let me read you your description. For
Okay.
those that are the basset hound, have the Patronus, are usually smart
Oh,
and do well in their hobbies or in
oh,
academics.
I mean,
They thrive on they thrive on a well thought out work schedule.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Basset hounds people are notoriously stubborn, which
Oh
can be
yeah.
a good thing. That might be a good thing because they will stand behind their beliefs no matter um or their friends no matter what. Through sometimes they're hard-headed and difficult to sway even if the facts point in the other direction.
Yep.
They can be extremely loyal to their friends and will do anything for them, and they tend to be prepared and go beyond to help them. They're defined by the loyalty and determination to do what's right, no matter the consequences. Basset hounds people will do the right thing, even if it meant to leave their friends behind.
Oh,
Basset hounds, as a Patronus, is great. These people have the love having fun, have a good sense of humor, and are as kind as they are stubborn.
yeah. I'm pretty stubborn. But how does it know all that from just
I
like
don't
that little bit?
I don't know.
That's
I have no
crazy.
idea. I
That's
have no
insane.
idea. Yeah.
What are you doing? What are
Yeah,
you
I have no idea. I have
what
no
what
idea. I
what
think like it's weird because there's like so many on this list though too. Like look, I there are 33 different types of Patronuses on this one website.
make sure to add that to our thing so I can drop a link in
Okay.
the description because
Yeah,
that's
I'll
pretty
put it on.
cool.
I'll put it on. I'll put it on here. Patronus website. That's the one I just used to look it up. But how interesting. How freaking interesting that
That's so
like
crazy.
and just to know that like the other tests were so in depth, right?
Yeah.
So in depth. Had like how you almost like the same question just worded differently to see if you would like answer it differently.
Yeah.
Where this one's like pick a color,
Well, pick this. It's like
pick pick a card.
like
If you were walking in the forest, would you do this? And it's like, what's happening? What is this
yeah.
question?
And it's like what? Like what? Like what? How do they know? How
I
what
mean,
are the
maybe there's like
parameters?
some maybe to me, I want to say there's probably some like AI, like
Oh,
computer
man.
algorithm that just like
It's
knows
probably
how
reading
to.
all my social media right now
Right, right. That's like,
to
yeah, like
determine.
it's just the website can like have access to everything that
Oh,
you've
all
ever.
those damn cookies.
Yeah.
All the cookies.
If
All the
you cleared
cookies.
your cookies, maybe they wouldn't
Oh
come
my
up with
God.
much. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Um,
That sounds like very, that ties into our last episode where it's just like very conspiracy theory
conspiracy.
themed. But
Yeah,
um I do think that maybe we're just not that complex. Like maybe like it
maybe.
is just simple enough. I mean, I didn't take that many sociology classes in college, but I know like when it came down to marketing and in my marketing classes, it was it is very, very easy to like manipulate people in a sense. So
Yeah.
it's like if you can just read them based off of like having one conversation with that person, then maybe they just can know right away off of that. But it just like seems just so
Crazy.
coincidental that like they know things that like you know about yourself, but like no one else would ever know about you.
So weird. So
Yeah, it's so weird.
I'm wondering if I need to
This
do the wand one. Have you picked out a
Ooh,
wand? Have you done the
I
wand
did do
thing?
one. I did do one. I don't know if the one says anything about you, but let me go back and see
Oh,
what it
let's
says.
see.
Um,
I'm gonna do my wand. Oh,
it says the hawthorn. So mine's a hawthorn wood, a unicorn core, 12 inches in length, and reasonably supple flexibility. The wood maker, Gregorich, wrote that the hawthorn makes a strong and contradictory, contradictory
there you
wand as full, that's a big word, full of a paradox as the tree that gives it birth, whose leaves blossom and heal. yet whose cut the branches smell of death. Ooh.
Whoa.
While I disagree with many of his conclusions, we concur about the hawthorn wands, which are complex and intriguing in their own nature, just like their owners, who are best suited for them. Hawthorn wands may be particularly suited for healing magic. So I would be good for a healer.
Oh.
They can also adapt to curses. They have generally observed that the hawthorn wand seems most at home with with conflicted nature, or with a witch or wizard possessing a period of turmoil. Hawthorn is not easy to master, although it would only ever consider placing a hawthorn wand in the hands of a witch or wizard, proven talent that consequences might be dangerous, but the wands have a notable peculiarity.
But yes.
Their spells can, and when badly handled, backfire.
Oh.
That's interesting. Remember, the wand chooses you. Interesting. Okay, so then the unicorn hair has a whole nother side to it. Because that's what the wood's made out of, and then the source of the magic is a unicorn hair. So it says unicorn hair is generally produces the most consistent magic. So I have like a wood that's very temperamental and crazy, but then I have a unicorn hair that's very like consistent, which is interesting.
Okay.
Least it's the least subject to fluctuations and backlash. The wands that unicorn cores are generally the most difficult to turn to the dark side. So that means, obviously I'm also a Gryffindor, so it's probably harder to turn me as well. They're the most faithful of all wands and usually remain strong and attached to their first owner. So like that ties into like if you like disenchant someone of their wand, like you remove them from their hand, it's a spell. Technically that wand now belongs to whoever did that spell to that person.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So at the end of the last movie, if you remember, why the wand wasn't working for what's his name? Voldemort, is because Harry, so it's a whole long convoluted bit at the end there, but so Voldemort thought that Snape disenchanted the wand from Malfoy, but it was actually Harry. So Harry actually had possession over the Elder Wand at the end there. So that's why it really didn't work for Voldemort, because he thought.
See, now I'm going to have to watch them all over again.
Yeah, you are.
I should be making a list of these things.
The minor disadvantage of unicorn hair is that they are not to make the most powerful wands. Although the wands may be reliable, that they are prone to melancholy if they're seriously mishandled, meaning of the hair may die and need replacing. Interesting.
And what was your wood again? What did it say your wood was?
Mine was hawthorn.
Mine's laurel wood.
Oh, well, read what it says.
So it says that a laurel wand cannot perform a dishonorable act, although in the quest for glory, a not uncommon goal for those best suited for these wands. I have known laurel wands perform powerful and sometimes lethal magic. Oh, watch out. Laurel wands are sometimes called fickle. Yeah, that makes sense. But this is unfair. The laurel wand seems unable to tolerate laziness in a possessor, and it is in such conditions that is most easily and willingly won away. Otherwise, it will cleave happiness to its first match forever, and indeed has the unusual and engaging attribute of issuing a spontaneous lightning strike if another witch or wizard attempts to steal it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Watch out for my wand.
I watch out for your wand. And you're like, it ties so much into your like Patronus of like not being able to like, you have such a good center of a moral code that like your wand also aligns with that.
That's so cool. How do they know these things? But I also have the unicorn hair for the core as
Oh,
well.
good.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Good. I think the unicorn horn, it's like unicorn, it's like phoenix feather, and then I don't even remember how many cores there are. But yeah, that's super awesome. So we share unicorn hairs with Albus, Hermione, Lord Voldemort, and then the Hawthorn wood. What were your similar? Did it have like a similar character?
Yeah, so it's got Hermione, Lord Voldemort, and Albus Dumbledore.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I feel like if there's more, I think also like they have all the old ones too. Did you watch any of the Magical Beasts
I have
movies?
seen, I think, one of them and like bits and
Mm-hmm.
pieces of some of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I need to have like a
Mm-hmm.
marathon. So it needs to
Mm-hmm.
happen. A
Yeah,
marathon.
that sounds like a good fall activity.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, let's see. What does your wand say about you? Yeah, it says unicorn in sycamore wood is the most common.
Oh,
Unicorn in laurel wood is the second most common,
okay.
which is interesting. I don't see unicorn with my wood.
Oh, well, you're
It's not
rare.
even on this list.
You're
Yeah,
rare. You're
rarest core
so
is, well,
rare.
no,
It's
phoenix, dragon, and unicorn. So we got phoenix, tail, dragon, something, scale maybe,
scale.
and then unicorn. Yeah, dragon core, phoenix, or unicorn. Those are the top three.
Okay.
Uh, um, there you can only use three substances for the wand cores. Three have deemed enough quality to give the heartstring, dragon heartstring, phoenix feather, unicorn hair.
Well, okay.
Um, Interessante. Um, yeah, your laurel, the second most popular. It said that laurel wands cannot perform dishonorable acts. That's so
Yep.
cool. That's so cool. So my would,
But I
what did it
find it
say on
interesting
this?
that it says it can't perform dishonorable acts, but it can be lethal. So
Oh yeah, you're not
watch
killing
out.
someone in the wrong.
Yeah. Just watch
Yeah,
out.
you're killing someone for the right
Watch out.
reasons. Watch out.
Watch out.
Yeah, Hawthorne is not even, that must be rare because it's not even on this list of descriptions, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. I suppose
So
find
I'm
out.
on a description. It's okay. They gave me a little splurb on there, but
Oh, blurb.
yeah, I mean, once again, we kind of talked about the Harry Potter movies and then the books, and I just can't believe you haven't read the
I
books.
know. I need to.
I mean, they're kind of written for kids, but I don't know. I think the later ones aren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I need to read
Because
them.
I think,
They should be on my
yeah, I
list
think you
somewhere.
just
But my list is like several miles long at this point.
obviously, yeah, no,
Yeah.
obviously,
It's forever long. And then
it's
like
too
I've
long.
got 3 different advanced copies of books on my Kindle right now that I need to read in like the next 2 weeks.
Oh
Like,
goodness. Yeah,
so
I just don't know when you would have time because to me, like the series is so long. They're
yeah.
quick reads. You could probably read two a day, like no joke. Like
Oh,
you like sat down. Yeah, they're really quick. The reading isn't difficult. And the first two books are only like 100 and something pages, maybe 200 pages.
really?
Yeah, it's not to the later ones. So I've got my little set right here. See that it
Oh,
makes the
yeah, yeah.
castle.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's heavy. It's so heavy. Oh goodness. So I've got my like
Oh, yeah,
preset
they are
makes
smaller.
the
Yeah.
castle. Yeah, the first two are like itsy bitsy.
I
Um
love that set. That's lovely.
oh, this was like a Costco set. I think my mother-in-law got us. Yeah, look how beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, this first one. Um, I don't want chapter one of the second book.
Oh,
It's only 17 chapters, 309.
oh. Wait, how
But like it's a lot,
if
it's
that's
like a lot of talking,
if that's 309, how many pages are in those big fat ones?
Oh, yeah. No, the big ones. They're the scariest.
Goodness.
Hold on. The largest one is the fifth one, is the Order of the Phoenix. Um,
Like
oh yeah,
that's
that's one.
chunky.
Yeah, it's a big
That
guy, but
is
this one's beautiful. Look how beautiful.
that's lovely.
I love this artwork. Yeah, it's the best. This
See,
is the,
sets
I
like
think this is
that
the
make me
saddest.
miss having like the physical books. It
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
I haven't even read 870.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's
I've
a
read
big
that
big
long.
one.
The longest one I've read is like 1244. So, but it
But
was
this, oh
Kindle,
yeah,
so I
that's a
didn't have to
lot.
like hold that.
Yeah. This one
That's
to
chunky.
me, halfway through the book, like you just don't put it down. Like it just gets so good
Yes.
towards the end, And it's just one
Gotta
of
read
those
them.
book sets that it's just one of those books where you're just like, I just can't. If I stop now. And I think a lot of the time, like in the books, all of the spells are like written out. And I think that's what
Oh,
makes it like the most long is that when they're doing the spells in the movie, they don't always say, have you noticed they don't always say the spell in the
yeah.
movie? But in the beginning of the series, they were like Expecto Patronus or Expelliarmus, which is the
Look at
getting
you
rid of
like
this
just casting spells over here.
yeah, Leviosa, so in the books, every spell is written out.
Oh
And when they
wow.
fight, it's like, you
Oh,
know,
that's
Harry said this. Oh yeah,
oh
it is like
wow.
back and forth. Yeah, it's back and forth. So in a way in the books, like you have to kind of learn the
You
counter
have to
spells and the
learn the
spells, or
spells,
you're
yeah.
not gonna really
Or you have no idea what's going
understand
on.
kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll
You
kind
gotta
of be like,
learn the
oh,
language.
oh, what's going on? You'll just be like, oh, he just said that. What does that mean? They use a lot of the same ones though. Like there's a lot of the same attacking spells. Well, you learn a lot in their learning. So they learn defense against the dark
Mm.
arts, and that's where they learn all the defensive spells and the fighting spells. And like
Yeah.
that part of the book is very important. You can tell she like cared a lot about that when she
Yeah.
was writing it. Um, but yeah, no,
I'm gonna have to read them.
it's a journey, that's for
Yeah.
sure. And then, I also have Tales of Beale the Bard, which is like the book that's in the book, very meta.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like storybook. It's like kids like Hansel and Gretel, but for the Wizarding World kind of thing.
Oh,
Like
interesting.
nursery type legendary stories that, people kind of write off as kids fairy tales and whatnot.
Yeah.
But in the books, the tale of the three brothers is the major part of the story. Is pretty much the whole story. Is the Sorcerer's Stone is the stone that brings people back from the dead. The invisibility cloak is the cloak in the story, which is Death's like like jacket pretty much that can conceal you from other people. And then the wand is the elder wand, which is made from the elder tree. And
Wow.
it's the most powerful one.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean, and that's like something that like I think they do touch really well in the movies, but like is a
Hmm.
really big deal in the books. Like it's a really big deal.
I have to read them. They just have to be on my list. They just have to
Yeah,
be on my
I think it's like one of those things where it's like it's a major fandom that like you're going to enjoy. So I couldn't imagine you like not.
Yeah.
If I was like, oh, you have to watch like the Aragon books, like they're good, but I was like, you can pass them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or
Well, I mean,
they're
I've
not
seen the
necessarily
movie
going to be
like I don't know how many times. So I think I would like
right.
enjoy the books because I've heard
Right.
the books and the movies, they're like really good. Not
Yeah.
like complete opposites or anything like that. So,
No, actually, the first two are really, really good in the book series to the movies.
yeah.
And then the third one, um, the third one and the fourth one, they kind of try to do this thing where they're like, well, maybe we'll do it a little, maybe we'll be a little different and do some other stuff or just like cut out a bunch of stuff that we feel like. And that's when the book started getting really big too. So the books got like
Right.
exponentially bigger on like four. So
Yeah.
they cut like a lot out of four. And then when
Yeah.
they came back to the Goblet of when they came back to the Order of the Phoenix, they were like, no, we gotta make things right, and we need to like we
Yeah.
actually have to put the stuff that matters in the book, like in the movie.
Okay.
Because they cut a bunch. Like Barty Crouch's son is in the Order of the Phoenix as like a total liaison, and like, how Ron's older brother meets, the girl from the other school. I mean, like, there's so much that goes on in that book that they just like glossed right over. Even just
Wow.
the way that Harry gets the first few challenges, like, it's almost like they just were like, it was a really big deal in the book.
Yeah.
And they just like glossed over it like it was no big deal in the movies, in
Oh,
a sense. I don't know. Maybe it was just
interesting.
because it was also an awkward time in the kids being kids, but not kids. They were like growing up. But it's
Yeah.
an awkward time. I mean, it's an awkward time
Yeah.
in your life. It's like maybe your freshman year of high school is about that time, because it's like first three books are like middle school, and then the
Okay.
last four is high school, pretty much. So the first three
Oh,
are like middle school, and the last four are like high school.
okay.
Um, and they actually like drop out of high school like junior year, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Well, because like shit hits the fan in the fifth book.
Right,
Like,
right.
like shit hits the fan, people die. You're like, what the fuck? Voldemort's back. Like, I mean, it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
See, now I'm
And
gonna have
then
to
in
watch
the
them all
sixth,
over again.
and then
That's
in the
fair.
sixth book, right? They like have the wedding in the beginning, and then they like go AWOL. Remember?
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna like a marathon now. Like it's
Yeah,
I feel like I
yeah,
watch them like every year is what it feels like.
yeah. I think
You know,
they're
because they do
great. Like,
marathons on TV and
they
they'll just
do.
like play them all. And it's like you just
Yeah,
keep it
they
on the
do.
channel for a while. You know.
They're just in the background. They're
Yeah,
just in the background.
just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Definitely, definitely. They're definitely a good matchup. But see, I think that's so fun. Like, the fact that something in this fictional universe could also have something tied into like your personality,
yeah. It's
you
fun.
know? That
It's
is
fun.
so interesting.
Now I kind of want to go to that other book series and like I know that the girls have it on their website of like what all the characters' houses are. I know
Yeah,
they have it
and then
on
you
there.
can associate
So
them
I
with
kind of
the
want to go
houses
back
and
and
stuff.
yeah, because that's just fun.
For sure, for
That's
sure.
fun.
Because yeah, the other houses, I mean, so on here, just a quick little snippet. This says that Hufflepuff is that hardworking, dedicated, patient, loyal, and fair play. Their element or their animal is a badger. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yellow diamond and black are their colors. Interesting. Um, they are herbology is their like house, their
Their
course
thing.
or their class of
Yeah.
choice. Um, yeah, this her successor, the position, um, Fair Fat Farah or Ferreira is the ghost that associates with the house. The element is earth. It's very interesting. And then Slytherin is like probably one of the top other like I would call it like the Horde, where it's like the Alliance and the Horde and WoW, or like the I don't know, it's like it's always kind of like symbolizes like the evil, like
Yeah.
what's it? Malfoy's in Slytherin. All of the
Yeah.
all of the Death Eaters were Slytherin. Um, see, self-preservation turns into more selfish. Cunning
Mhm.
and resourcefulness is more like conniving. They're doing
Oh,
things kind of like ambitious, but I mean, they can have good qualities, but they sometimes get turned into bad qualities.
yeah.
Um, their animal's a serpent, which is obviously symbolized for so many things. And,
Yeah.
even just like history, we've looked at serpents as like evil and like bad.
Yeah.
Colors are green and silver. The head of Slytherin is Horace Slughorn, which is the potions class teacher that comes back in like the last book
Uh-huh.
or the
Okay.
second to last book. Um, he's the potions professor. Um, Tom Riddle, Bellatrix Lestrange, Lucius Malfoy, Snape. Um,
You can
yeah,
like
what is their
really
element?
dive into all this stuff. That's so crazy. It's
Their
fun.
element is water. That's really interesting. I
Water.
would not have guessed that. Oh yeah. I
What's the
mean,
element
that's the
for Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaws was air.
Air. Okay. All right.
Yeah, air.
Air.
And then Hufflepuff's is earth and Gryffindor's is fire.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's kind
fun.
of crazy. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, Harry Potter can have its own, I mean, its own fucking podcast because it's the same thing with Star Wars. I mean, it's
Oh
like
yeah.
Lord of the Rings. It's its own universe. You know, they
Yeah.
created, and I don't know if that's necessarily where she like was wanting it to go, but I mean, now, I mean, she's just come up with the stores and every shops
Mhm,
and like
mhm.
the dynamicness of like their hierarchy system, their Ministry of
Yeah.
Magic. I mean, like it's just you can
Really
find
in
all
depth.
types of correlations. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
goodness, yeah. I mean, and it's also, you know, and then this is England. You got to remember this is
Yeah.
technically Britain, London. Like
Yeah.
this is in the middle of the country in England. This is not America.
Yeah.
So America has its own school as well.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So the American Harry Potter school is called Evermorny.
Okay.
Evermorny? Evermorny? It's like
Mhm.
Iivermorny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's the school. Same thing, same preface, four creators, four houses. Um, And they have defense against dark arts, charms, transfiguration, potions.
Oh,
That's
I
they
did not
kind
know
of
that.
allude to that in the Goblet of Fire, right? Where all the other schools
Oh.
come to their school. Like the girls come from their school,
Um,
the guys come from Russia.
yeah.
Do you
Oh,
remember that bit?
I
Where they're all
do.
like they're all
Yeah.
competing.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
should have
yeah.
had a liaison from this school as well, I think, but they
Oh.
didn't. Um, the
Mhm.
Great North America School of Magic is founded in the 17th century, stands on the highest peak of the mountain in the Greylock. Non-magic, it's concealed from like no mages, like people that don't have magic.
Mhm.
Um, it's very, very interesting. Oh, students of school as Hogwarts is in Scotland.
Oh,
Correction. I'm not
correction.
disclaimer, I'm not
Disclaimer.
I might be obsessed, but I'm not a professional. We're looking into things. So yeah, this is the school in America and well, I guess I don't know. Is Scotland like technically England? Do they like I know they're totally separate places, but like
Oh, I don't think
it's like
so.
the same place, right? It's like connected. That's like saying like
Uh,
Canada's connected to North America, right?
oh, well, in that, well, I don't know. Don't trip me up here, man.
I'm trying to let me look at a map. Let me look at a map. Scotland on a map. Let me see. Images. It makes it seem like it is connected to the United Kingdom, but it's like the topmost bit. It's like it
Okay.
looks like wow, it's like very like islandy. Very interesting. To me, it looks like if the Bahamas was connected to Florida in a sense, where it's like close enough and touching, but it is its own country away from the United Kingdom because it's England, North Ireland, and Scotland. It's like England, Scotland, North Ireland. And then Wales is like just the west side of England, which is interesting.
We should go
You
there.
know, this is all
Just
smaller
for
too than like,
research, we should go there.
oh, you're so right.
For research, just to be sure.
Just to be sure, can we be convinced that is it part of it or is it not? Like if I visit United
Oh,
Kingdom, am I gonna get to go to like, but that's the thing, like, is it all the United Kingdom? Or is it like the UK and England?
well,
Because in so many maps, it looks like it's like Wales, England, Scotland, North Ireland. But then, like, in one map, it's like, this is the United Kingdom, like, where it's like all of them are together. But you're right.
well,
I think we should
gonna get me
just,
all confused. We should just go there and just to be sure. you
to be
know,
100%.
just to be
We don't want to make
sure.
any applications.
It's
These
on
math
my
majors.
list, you know, to go there. I was like, what is that noise? It's like the mail lady.
Yes.
It's on
Well,
my list.
we
So
have a plan to go to Spain in November of next year.
for
So,
real? Oh
yeah.
my gosh, how exciting.
I know. I'm very excited. And like, so a part of us is like, well, do we go to like France and also England? Because like France and England are like now connected with one little subway underneath the water.
What?
I don't know, man. But yeah, it says
Wow.
that
I can see you just like
where's
backpacking everywhere. Just
oh
like
yeah, I would
we'll just
if I
go and
didn't
then just
love the
figure out where to
comfortableness.
stay while we're there, you know, like I figure you doing that. Like I could
Yeah.
totally see
Yeah,
that.
I could totally
Me,
do
I'm
that.
like, no,
Okay,
I
so
want everything planned out to the last minor detail. And you're like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
wing
yeah.
it,
I
but
I feel like I
ugh,
would be that way if I didn't let myself relax. Like when we went to oh my God, the hubby.
hang on. I swear. Hello.
So it's interesting. It literally says here that the American house of wizardry has four houses as well, but the founders were four people. And so there's the hornet serpent, the wampus, the thunderbird, and the pubwudgie. And it's like a mix of like Irish and like Native American type stuff because
Oh.
the co-founder of the Irish witch is the house, the creator of the horned serpent house is the creator, and the co-creator of of the whole school is a gnome mage named James Stewart. So there was like a love
This is really
thing.
well thought out. Like I had no
I
idea that
know.
there was like all of this like
Yeah.
world building.
Yeah.
Like
And I don't know if this was like created after she
that's
created the whole
crazy.
story, or if she was like thinking of this as like, this isn't just the only school where witches and wizards go. It's like, that's just where this demographic goes. And then over
That's
here, yeah,
crazy.
because it's just interesting because it says it's in Massachusetts, which is interesting. Mount Greylock is the mountain in Massachusetts, I guess. The mountains of Berkshire County, Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts, like in the mountains, I guess, is where this school is versus in Scotland. And that the gnome age, so that means at one point, this school was founded by someone who was a magic user and someone who was not.
It's crazy.
That is so interesting.
What?
And then,
Like I really had no idea that there was so much like involved in this
yeah,
series in this world. That's crazy. That's crazy.
so crazy. I mean, and then there must be another book or something that I just don't know, or like
Oh.
it's just because the series of the new series, right, with the magical creatures, they're in
Mhm.
New York
That's right.
in 50s. So that's why there's like American wizards and they all go to that school.
Oh.
But um Newt Scamander, the guy who's like in charge of all the animals, right, in that movie,
Mhm.
he went to Hogwarts and he was a Hufflepuff.
It's like all like twisty and like what?
Oh yeah.
Like crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, the amount of books that could be in this series
Oh
is
yeah.
probably insane. And then
Oh
like
yeah.
the fan fictions out there are probably just
Oh yeah.
out of this world, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or indie writers of this, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it says, okay, so this school has made an appearance in the Wizarding World. Obviously, it's in the Wizarding World, but like all the Fantastic Beasts movies, mentioned only in Wizards Unite, and then Hogwarts a Mystery, and then Hogwarts Legacy, like the game. So
Wow.
it's interesting.
That is
Yeah.
interesting. Huh.
But it's only mentioned. It's never first edition. It's in Pottermore. Whenever the website got created is when I think she was like, let me just create everything
Everything.
for everything I've ever thought about this universe so I can just put it down and like it's canon. See, that's what, like,
Okay.
I mean, she's not like, you know, the most intelligent person on the planet. But I think that's where she did some things right, is that she controlled her own canon for so long.
Yeah.
And then when she did sell it off to movies and stuff, she was like, you're going to get my approval before you do stuff.
That's
Because
the way it should be.
yeah, in the Star Wars universe, like, oh my God, George Lucas was canonizing like fan fictions and like things that he had no idea he thought of the series or where he was going to take things. I mean, there's like a whole nother story plot line of Luke being with Mara Jade in the novels, and like those novels aren't even canon anymore. Like, they really jacked up that universe. But you know what? And maybe this will turn into a book rant. I don't know. But Star Wars wasn't created to be a book series, wasn't created to be a universe. The first movie
I
was
think you
like,
said that
this would be
before.
cool.
Yeah.
Did I say that? Yeah.
I
Like,
think you did say
it was
that.
just made to be chill. Like, it was just like, let's just do something fun.
Yeah.
And then
it
got
just
turned
like
into this universe.
Yeah.
Now it's blown up into this way bigger universe than just the Skywalkers in this universe.
Yeah.
A new show, Ahsoka, I really think is really tying that in. Is like, it's like, hey, like, this story really isn't just about like this corner of the universe.
Yeah.
Whereas in Harry Potter, I think she set aside, like Tolkien, like they set aside, like, this is my universe, this is what it's like, this is how it was created, this is where it is, this is where it exists, how it exists, the rules, all of that. None of that was done for us in Star Wars. None of it. We were never prefaced with that. It was just kind of like he just made stuff up as he went. Here it is. And then, and then he was like, that's a cool story. That's now canon. And it's like, wait. And then when Disney bought it, he was like, yeah, we're going to cut all that other stuff that you said was all canon. That's going to just not be canon anymore. But that's okay. I'm down for, I think the only thing in Harry Potter I don't love is The Cursed Child, which is the playwright that she wrote about, like Snape, what's her name? Bellatrix Lestrange's son, and how he like rewrites the whole universe. That's the only thing I think I don't like about the whole. Yeah, that's the only one I don't like, I think. But it's just a play that they created. Yeah. And even the book is like written as a playwright. So it's like hard to read, you know? It's just people talking. Yeah. You know, because that's what plays are.
That's what plays are. That's what they do.
And not that I don't think I would like reading a playwright. I just think it's just not my vibe.
Different. Yeah.
Very different.
Very different.
I need the descriptions. I need the backstory. I need what the building looks, you know, I need I need the meat.
Yeah.
But well, good. I hope that this was like a shorter video, which I think was good. And I think we're gonna try to maybe get our videos to be more like 30 minutes. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. But if you would like us to do more of a deep dive into Harry Potter or into your favorite movie series or book series, I would love to. There's tons out there that I know nothing about. And we love learning new stuff. Yeah. So, you know, I would love to see, you know, something like, you know, more of like maybe the Zodiac Academy or whatever, like other.
So good. They just announced book 9. I'm so excited.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So but it's excited. April of next year. April. Oh, I know. What? We were all thinking it was going to be December. So far away. I know, but at least it's like we have a date now. But they said that's their last resort date, and they hope to move it up. So,
okay, that's like that's got to be like, yeah. That's good to have like this is like we want to get it done before this time.
Yeah, and they have at least 3 or 4 other books that are coming out between now and then. So
good.
Yeah, because they're rewriting another series.
Are they like a writing group? Is that the one that's
it's,
like done by like
sisters?
A group?
It's 2 sisters.
Sisters, beautiful. That's so fun. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, if there's anything like that you think we would be interested in, please leave a comment. We love diving. Not that we have any space to read any new books, but we would love to at least hear your take on it, or if it's something we need to do. I can take time out of my day to do a little deep dive. That's totally fine. Because I love just taking an afternoon to like dive into a topic I know nothing about. And let us know what you think in the description below. We'll have all the links and stuff, and leave a comment. We've been thinking about doing some stuff on like a private. Like, we've been trying to think, like, do we do a Discord, or do we do a Patreon, or do we do like something where we do maybe like more viewer interactions. So if you have any
Mhm.
insight on that as well, if that's something that you would be interested in, please let us know.
Yep.
And yeah, go s- go 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 lurk on our Instagram. We have
Mhm.
posts going out every week, and
Yep.
Tori's been posting so much cool book content lately.
Oh, so much. Gosh.
So
And
much fun book content. I
I've
know.
got a list of three book reviews that I need to get out today. So
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Good. 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 So we'll let you guys go, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right.
Bye.